Crippled limbs, so to get go. Is that all my limbs? Most of them. And luckily I've got some doctor's bags. Oh, please God, no. Thought a ant was going to come round the corner. Oh. Oh no, there is... An ant is going to come round the corner. Please don't. Stay where you are, ant. I'm going to danger save, and then I'm going to murder you. Good old line of sight working in our favour. You're right. Frag grenade, missiles, missile launcher. Ooh. It might be worth it. $294, 20 weight. Not right now. Let's see what else is around. Also, where is it? I'm closing in on 1 million bottle caps. So we're doing all right. We're doing all right for Dosh. It's better. It's a little bit better. It's been way too generous this playthrough with weapon repair kits. Okay, alright. So this is where the armaments are. And I think no matter where I hide, the line of sight, the advantage we can get with the line of sight, isn't going to work if we avoid the explosives via hiding around the corner. If where the explosive goes off can't see us, it deals no damage. That's the case with our ammunition. Any ammunition that explodes. Oh, you're over there, are you? Oh. Oh. Oh, I don't know if I can get you. Could you imagine? Yep. But the ants explode as well when they die, because apparently they've been consuming the gunpowder. How do Master Halls? I've had these shirts for ages. Since 2018? Well, I ordered them in December 2018. But the noise isn't cute enough for you. Another weapon repair kit. It's raining weapon repair kits. I really want... I don't need a repair kit for the weapon. I need a repair kit for myself. That first shot we took, we really should have died. We suffered our first non-Fat Man or non-explosive death yesterday. It was in a rather illegitimate fashion, since it had to spawn in the enemies behind me. Oh no, I went into the field shack to try and find the person I was hunting down. They weren't there, and I left, and there they were. 3-on-1. And it was either trying to escape or hitting him with the Fat Man and dying. So either way, it just wasn't in our favor one little bit. Just like this next shot's not going to be in our favor. Hello. Maybe if I hide, I definitely need to save here. How do, Metro? Maybe is. Oh, could I? Dare I? This is not the best thing to use, even though it won't explode immediately. It appears to be quite bouncy. Oh, run, hide. I didn't explode. I did not explode, and that's a good thing. But I think wait, did I kill them? Oh, the Pip-Boy face indicated that we'd been caught. So I assumed that the timed Fat Man, as I shot it down where the ant was, it just bounced somewhere else. Oh, I love Alan Wake. I'm doing swell. Then Debbie Doozy. Alan Wake's great. Not often that I highly recommend a game, because it's, you know, it's harder to find an exceptional game than a rubbish game, especially in 2023. But Alan Wake's up there for me. The upper echelon of video games. Go, flee! I got him! And I'm still alive. How is this working? Could it be that the line of sight is... the lack of line of sight from explosive to us is what's preventing us from dying like we should be doing. Go! I think it's still alive. Just the effort from the voice actors, the story. Not so much the well, I don't know if you've noticed it on that Metro. It's not that difficult to avoid, but the cutscenes and the lip sync between voice and mouth movement. It's a little bit off. But honestly, you could say that it adds to the charm of the game, you know? Oh. I don't think I'm killing the thing that I'm shooting at. The explosive is bouncing any old direction. Possibly. Oh. Have you seen the recent trailer for Alan Wake 2? Oh. There they are, I think I haven't killed them yet. Ahaha. So since we don't get the indication on the screen telling us that we've gained XP for killing something, I don't know if I've done it. Plus, if you're familiar with the HUD in Fallout 1 and 2, then you're used to that game, 1 and 2, informing you when you've dealt damage, when you've gained XP. This doesn't tell me here when I've done anything, and when something does pop up, it's up in the top corner as well. So what confused me the most about the trailer was when I heard the voice of Max Payne. It confused me, and then it excited me, because then not that that's the case of the story, but a Max Payne X Alan Wake collaboration combo would be insane. This ant won't die. And it's not the ant's fault, it's the explosive's fault for not killing him. For crying out loud. For crying out loud. Where are you? It could be directly below me. It could be in this corner. Aha! Like that! Uh-oh. Oh, I think I got it that time. Ooh. Yeah. That little explosion after the big explosion was the ant exploding. The cons are becoming so associated with voice, yeah. Yeah. Instead of being Max Payne, he's an FBI agent that appears to be the partner of the character that you'll be playing as in Alan Wake, judging by the gameplay trailer. I forgot there was going to be a remake of Max Payne. Completely forgot about that. I'm going to have to. I'm asking too much, but I hope... Oh. I hope they had an option, maybe an unlockable, that unlocks Kung Fu, because one of the more popular, not that there was many mods, but in Max Payne 1 there was a mod you can install, the Kung Fu mod. So popular, in fact, that in Max Payne 2 they referenced the mod with a poster that has I think the name of the mod author, which is pretty darn neat. Oh. The timed explosive is working. In Max Payne 2, there's a mod called it's a mod for Max Payne 2, and it's called Pain Effects Free. And there's this, with the mod, there's this bar that I think an invisible bar that you fill up, and when it fills to max, you go into this kill mode, which sounds awesome. However, 9 times out of 10, sometimes 10 times out of 10, you fill up the bar when there's 1 or less enemies to kill when you go into this rage mode. So it's one of those neat ideas, but poorly executed. Take an extra second or two, timed explosive. Hell yeah. Oh god, where did you come from? What? Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh. Alrighty then. Oh, I see. Danger save. Fire! Wait, I switched to... Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I got him. I did switch to the low yield, right? I did, because the mouse is over the low yield, and yet it went back to timed. I think back then we got away with so many great games, so many great, extremely violent video games. I think this next one's up here with me, which is why I switched to the low yield. How you doing, Meg? Oh yeah, there they are. I've got this figured out. Absolutely figured out. To a goddamn art form. Oh, there you are. I'm doing the breathing noise from that kid during the flashback scene in Heavy Rain does. Ah, you're still alive, are you? Maybe I need to shoot here. Bounce towards them, please. They're still alive. I like how it's moving everything else, and yet it's not killing the target that's closest to it, the living target. Without knowing where that... Oh, we got him. Truly can be bouncing any old location. Just upset them. Okay, good, 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 good. Oh boy. Oh boy, that was bad. That was bad. That was bad. Ooh. Sounded like I killed one of the ants, but there's still another ant over here. Unless it was two. Let's overshoot it rather than under. Nope. God damn. God damn. So as much as we can use the line of sight to our advantage, the enemies are able to use it to not take any damage whatsoever. I'm hitting it in the right place, it's just not landing. I tried to stick around to just see where the mini nuke went. Clearly not in the right place. What? Wait, no, you're over there. Yes. But I shot that somewhere where the explosive should have gone off. That should kill us. I don't quite understand how we've survived this long. Yep. Oh no. Oh no. No way. That was just a random shot. I saw the red dot and thought, I'll just shoot it in this general direction. Job's a good one, you know? So try and figure out where the next target is. Oh, I see. I see. The next one requires me to go downstairs. to open the door. Oh, have I... oh, what's this? Oh, explosives! If I knew this was here beforehand, I would have gotten some extra explosive points without needing to spend the skill points. And I reckon there was supposed to be some ammunition here until, well, I set off explosives. No mini nuke? Or did the mini nuke explode? Run, 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 run. Wait, where did the stairs go? If I could be so lucky. That's probably bounced back. No, that was too good. It must have. I thought what happened was the mini nuke bounce here to bounce back rather than bounce up. Kaboom. Killed the next ant. Is there a certain number? I've killed all the ants. Oh. We did it. That seems highly improbable, considering the weapon. Uh-oh. Oh, God. Oh, no, that may have spawned in more. Okay. It shouldn't have been this successful. But when you're as good at video games as I am, you can't be helped. Mm-hmm. I must have used the line of sight to our advantage. It's the only way. Had I not ran to that corner, cowering in the corner before the explosion, thanks to the timed explosive. I can't believe I'm thanking the timed explosive of all things. We're able to avoid death.
I see the power's back on. The ants are all dead?
Somehow.
Maybe Pearl is right about you, because I don't know how you pulled that off.
Neither do I.
I'll tell Loyal to send someone down to clear out the eggs and repair the generators. Good work.
That's what I was expecting. That I would have to murder everything in sight. Inside with nobody, if that's possible. I still want to do that. Still have to do a few other things before I can purchase, legitimately purchase mini nukes. Assuming... Oh. Assuming they don't do the same thing as every other merchant, that they won't sell mini nukes once every 3 days. I've got enough space to pick up the ammunition from the dead bodies that may have despawned by now.
What is it, outsider?
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Okay. Nice that there's a quest marker above his head, but then nothing to do. It's very useful. Imagine if I'd gone all the way from one end of the map to the other to then find that out. I'll just go back to bounty hunting. Return to Randall, yes. Shut. We use the boomers to our advantage to deal with that bounty. Didn't give us much distance to use our ammunition. Before I forget. Assuming, of course, it doesn't automatically switch back to the timed explosives like it did earlier. Little ledges as we're sprinting across cause our character to... Nice timing, do that. Just leap into the air with the momentum. Take that.
Hey.
Not that I have the survival skill to make my own homebrewed Sunset Sarsaparilla. Thinking it requires 50 survival. I can double check on our way to Randall. Running past Novak where we have all the other items. Oh, I know a location where I can get all my health back. Assuming the mod, one of the mods that's installed with this mod list doesn't remove it or add some sort of roadblock. In fact, we're here already. No, 2 HP, no rats, and that's better. Just press and hold E until you get all your health back. Someone flushing the toilet. full hell. What time is it? Ooh. Where we're at Novak, we can rest there for the night. Get the short-lived, well-rested buff. Not that it'll help us when we hand in the finger. Because the bounty quest is... It's just one whole quest. If we rest until 6 AM, the well-rested buff will last until just after or just before 9 AM. The perils of changing the timescale from 30, the default of 30, the day and night cycle in this game, but vanilla, is the sun and moon are just spinning round and round and round. Having it set to 6 instead just feels more sensible. You can get to places before it's dark. Feels like just going from Nellis to Novak would take all day on the vanilla timescale. Still forgot about the weaponry in the factory. It's alright. Been so close to 1 million bottle caps. We'd have less if I could buy the mini nukes legitimately. We'd also have less mini nukes. And likely be further in the future. 20th of November. We may very well be into the next in-game year, trying to collect 2 to 3 of each mini nuke. So when I did the flare gun run in New Vegas, that was my first ever playthrough, going beyond. Was it 2281? 81. Going into 82. How do, John? Oh. Anything for a little bit of XP? Teeniest weeniest amount of XP. I removed the manual reload mod, but I still have to manually reload the weapon. I don't know if that's just because of the weapon I'm using. Or I've disabled the mod, yet it's still enabled.
Prim has a new sheriff. That should keep the powder gangers.
Perhaps I need to fully delete the mod. Just fat man things. Pouring some cheese on some French fries. That's just fat man things.
Howdy.
Howdy. Either delete it or start a new game. I think we're in too deep now. Can't go wrong with cheese. Your doctor may say other things. Your arteries? Put some cheese on my arteries. Okay then. Oh, they've got 4,000 bottle caps. And they've got mini nukes. I'm saving the big kid mini nukes for that one enemy. I feel like I'm gonna need 2,500 plus big kid mini nukes. Just to deal with them. Cheese transplant. Ah, yes. I'd rather, instead of having Swiss cheese, have Gouda cheese. Gouda. Only because it's fun to say Gouda. Whether that's the correct way to pronounce Gouda doesn't matter to me. I now have 1,075 Sierra Madre chips. I can make homebrewed Sunset Sarsaparilla. Let me grab it. Let me grab the stuff that I need. That, and I've probably got enough Sunset Sarsaparilla bottles. Oh, bottle caps. I've got a few of those. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Interesting thing about this is that when you make the homebrewed Sunset Sarsaparilla, it's not called homebrewed Sunset Sarsaparilla. It's turned into the Sunset Sarsaparilla. And you use a normal bottle cap and have a chance when consuming it, very, very small chance, of drinking it and getting yourself a star bottle cap. More Xander Roots and Nevada Agave. Oh, cool. Cheese implant. Some point in the future, I want to try out that mod list on Webberjack for Cyberpunk. Let's make some armor repair kit, shall we? Or at least one. My pre-war hat needs more than one. You broke your game and started a new one using that Webberjack list. What happened to it? Bit of a save. I want to wear this for +5 repair, but I think I need to wear the outfit for it to get repaired. The ground mesh broke, so I kept falling off the world randomly. Ah, I see. So the mod list takes it back to its original form, back when that game was broken beyond repair. I think we could make another one. That's fully repaired, and that's in the best condition it's been in for a long time. To the point where the icon in the bottom corner isn't red, indicating that the armor we're wearing, or clothing, is in bad condition. Got this, have I got the ability to make those tranquilizer darts? I do. Yes, I want to make one to then find out putting this on isn't going to improve the price of the item. Just doing it out of habit. Empty syringe. Oh, it can be sold here. Oh, no, it can. There is. 3 bottle caps and turning that 1 empty syringe into a tranquilizer dart goes for 4 bottle caps. Just no additional items. No additional items. Increases it by 1. Brilliant. Could I, oh, I don't know. Just wait it out a little bit. See if I can get my barter up even more to sell it for 5 bottle caps each. I've almost got 1,000,000 bottle caps, and I'm trying to just squeeze as many bottle caps out as much as I can. The thing listed on Webjack is pretty good, but has some crashes. Not as bad as day 1 Cyberpunk by any means. If you restart it, when you take your breaks, you may not see a crash. See, that's what I need to do with certain games like this one. Because after an hour, 2, actually no, sometimes less than an hour of playing it, we'll see weird things going on, like NPCs falling through the ground. Maybe the NPCs have got the Cyberpunk Webjack mod list installed in this game. That's why they're falling through the world. It all makes sense. I hope I don't need the empty syringe for anything else. There's probably something here. There might be, actually. Bundle of throwing knives. Interesting. Dual wielding. I wonder how that works. It must be that when I left click, I shoot one, and then left click again and shoot the other. Bang, 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 bang. I've yet to see a normal mini nuke in this game. It's just been the alternative ammunition. I may have found a mini nuke in that factory had I not set off so many other mini nukes. They just went flying. I'm looking for an item that requires the empty syringe to see if it's worthwhile making. Probably not. Hollow pistol. A homemade stim pack? Nah. Using the Xander route to make that is probably better than making the Sunset Sarsaparilla. Yet I'd rather make the Sunset Sarsaparilla. No, I'm going to turn all the empty syringes into the tranquilizer. And I can turn the super stim packs, the tranquilizer dart, stim pack and medics into an empty syringe to then make more tranquilizer darts, or the item that requires the homemade stim pack. Why would I do that if it's already a stim pack? That would have been deft. Let's get some rest. Oh, that's a hula girl. Naturally. Let's go just 12 hours.
Howdy.
My favorite NPC that isn't in this world normally. Randall. Not too sure if the other NPCs I like, if they're part of the vanilla experience. They've been taken out of this world because of the Enclave. The duo that whenever I get close to would say, "You better get out of here." I truly hope that by the time I've completed this run, they will have, I was going to say respawned, but I guess resurrected. Oh, it's the Legion versus NCR. I miss them every day. They inspired me to be a better person. You say that, but further up the road, there seems to be Unstoppable Legion. It's ludicrously strong. Well, you know, I mentioned that I need to restart the game whenever I see an NPC fall through the world. Although, if anyone deserves to fall through the world, just to give the opponents a chance, it's these dudes. I decided to delete all the mods of the Morrowind mod list and start from scratch to see if I'll run into that same problem of the errors when launching Mod Organizer, which I fixed, taking the files from this mod list for Mod Organizer, the lib folder, lib, and then a .py file, origin.something.py, and put that in the Mois mod list. Remove the error message, but I still had the problem with the warning.txt when launching Morrowind. The problem is I play Bethesda games pretty regularly, so restarting is a habit. Restarting is a necessity. How you doing, gamer boy? Welcome, chatters, lurkers, and listeners of the stream, to this bank holiday bombardment. Here in the UK, we call the Mondays that everyone most people can have a day off as bank holiday. I think in the US it's Memorial Day. Happy whatever day lets you have a day off work day. They weren't there. My favorite NPCs. I think I know how I could get them to respawn again, but that would require me to stay indoors for 30 in-game days. But doing so would then make every other enemy respawn that I've killed. Which is alright, I suppose. It gives us an opportunity to murder and gain XP to get the level ups. On our way to level 12, where I can select a perk, and that will help us out greatly. Including the enemies that kill. But they, not that I want to blame myself for their death, because had I not walked up the hill, they'd probably still be alive. They were minding each other's business. Uh-oh. Whoa, what the fuck? Wow! Randy! Randy! I'd love to help. Oh, please don't die, Randy. Please don't die, Randy. Please don't die, Randy. Thanks, Randy.
Is Chuck dead?
Yeah. I didn't realize I was being chased. Maybe they had a they were bounty hunting me.
Good. I must admit, I harbor an acute loathing for traitors of any sort. So here's a bonus on me.
Cheers.
I'll see you later. There's another bounty if you're here to work. How about it?
Yeah. You mentioned you were from Mississippi, right? What's it like there?
It's hot and humid as fuck, and the mosquitoes will literally eat your ass alive. I grew up on a farm, herding Brahmin and other livestock. Some of the places are still irradiated, but it's mostly cleared up. The Gulf's a rough region, but people get by. It would take an act of God to tame that place. I doubt even Caesar and his crazies could manage it. Anyway, quit distracting me. Are you ready to work?
Sure.
Alright, the target is Billy Bogan, a recently escaped convict from the NCR Correctional Facility.
Oh. Okay.
He was on death row for the murder of an NCR Ranger, Captain Gunn. Young Billy was headed for the gallows, but now he's running free, much to the chagrin of the NCR. Seeing as to how they're stretched thin, the NCR's relying on you to see that Billy doesn't escape justice.
He won't escape the mini-nuke of
Our
justice.
informant said that Billy's formed a new gang composed of ex-cons, raiders, and various misfits, and apparently they're armed to the teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Billy and his gang are headed north, likely to raid in lawless regions. I'm betting they're camped outside the Northern Passage. Get up there and bag that punk. Good luck.
Okay. Billy Bogan. 9,000 feet away. Should I go to the Mojave and fix up my weapon? Yeah. Go on then. Treat your weapon to being 100%. great game. So we're playing New Vegas today, and tomorrow I'm in the mood to do the 21st edition of Play Next. And it's going to be, unless the list has changed, as I'm looking at it right now, one of two games. The list has not changed. It could actually be free. There's another game. One game that I've been tempted to play for a long time, and a sequel to the game was announced not too long ago. The other game is how to describe game. I mean, it could be. Well, one might describe it as sort of an Uncharted rip-off. Maybe an action adventure at the very least. I'm hoping it's going to be cheesy. Cheesy, so bad it's good. Or better yet, perhaps even a hidden gem of a game. Hopefully I'll make my mind up before the end of today. It's the cheese transplant that we'll need, hopefully. What I like to do is post an image of the game I've chosen from that list in my Discord the day before.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, you know. Pretty darn swell. Away. I don't know what's wrong with the back postures of so many of the NPCs in this game. There's some with pistols, and they hold them like this and walk like that. And now we've got these NPCs with two-handed weapons that are going like that. Work on your posture, mate.
Hey there, need anything? Sure, here's...
I bagged them all. Sell them. And potentially lose all the money.
Been doing a lot of good work out there.
Thank you.
All right.
What we got? Only 556. All right. 0 bottle cap. Maybe if it cost bottle caps, then they would repair it. You mind showing me some ways you might fix a rifle? Oh, this is interesting.
Sure. Just don't go telling the commanding officer that I use these parts to show you. A few caps might help too.
Oh, okay, what?
Now don't go spreading that information around. If the others here knew, I may be out of a job.
Who knew duct tape had so many uses? You've gained 5 points in repair. Just remember that you get what you pay for. Oh.
Dismissed.
Oh. So, am I at 57 repair? 58? Oh yeah, because I was at 53. I do math. Can I do it again? Oh.
Been doing a lot of good work.
No, but it wasn't there before, I don't think.
Goodbye.
Beginner.
Been doing a lot of good work. All right then.
Maybe I need to do more for the NCR to then get to the more advanced options. Oh.
Sorry, friend, but I've taught you all I know. I'd leave before the commander hears us.
Okay. That was worth a try.
Hello.
Perhaps a better reputation with the faction would unlock that. That's not vanilla, is it? Have I just completely missed that? Quest expanded mod, yeah. I feel like I would have stumbled upon that far sooner if it was in the base game. Is there an upscaled texture mod installed? There could be. But it's more likely that I may have downloaded and installed these mods with reckless abandonment thanks to the Webberjack mod list I downloaded. Nostalgia. Allowing us to have nearly 400 mods installed. Ain't no way that I would do that myself. Hard to play games in 1440p with fuzzy textures. Doesn't have an EMB. It's a reshade instead. Although, as we found out, it's the end key that toggles it on and off. If we turn off the EMB, 3, 2, 1, it appears to... all it does is add a vignette. It's one of those. Back when I would have EMBs installed for my Fallout 4 runs, there was quite a few I would install that just had, all it added was a lift or drop shadow. Hello. Hey, up us out.
Found you.
You've come back to life. Sweet Jesus.
Well, that's the end of that.
You were dead. You were dead. If you can come back to life, my friends on the other side of Prim, they will come back to life. You have given me hope. Your resurrection means that my good, close, personal friends will be alive once more. It was the nail gun. I didn't realize that until he started shooting. It's like, nailed that gecko to the ground. Speaking of Wabberjack lists, I am going to re-download, reinstall the Moise, M-O-I-S-E, the mod list for Morrowind, in the hopes that whatever errors and warnings I got the first time I downloaded and installed it will miraculously just not be there the second time around. I've not got high hopes. You never know, though. Despite the errors and the warnings from the warnings.txt file that I posted in my Discord, the game allowed me to launch a game and start a new game and wander around, and there was no obvious problems. I also uninstalled and reinstalled Morrowind. Just started from complete scratch. And there was no obvious problems when starting it. How did you get so many mini nukes early on? Console command. The merchants that were selling the mini nukes decided to stop selling the mini nukes, and to avoid spending 95% of the stream waiting free in-game days and hoping they would eventually sell between 2 to 4 of each mini nukes, I decided to spawn in 2,500 so we could get with the mini nuking and exploding. Not what I wanted to do, but the game didn't really give us much of a choice. The next time I play New Vegas, if it's going to be a solo weapon challenge run like this one, I'm hoping that the weapon I'm thinking of using, the ammunition, will be far more common. Acquiring the weapon, however, is going to be far more difficult than gaining the Fat Man. Oh. Another thing, if the merchants, the few merchants that sell mini nukes, some of which were traveling merchants, so there was no guarantee of where they would be to purchase the mini nukes. So many times I'm having to use this weapon to just deal with one enemy rather than a group. And when there is a group, they don't attack in a group. They'll just attack one after another. They're waiting their turn. So it would take so much time to acquire the ammunition to then use up that ammunition very quickly. So it would, I assume I would be spending 40 to 50 minutes of the hour acquiring the ammunition to then only be able to use it for 5 to 10 minutes, if that. How do you tell where the body goes? That's a good question. If I aim correctly, the body sometimes comes towards us. Found him. Most of the ammunition has no value. As far as the bullets. Yet the arrows for the bow... Wait for it. I think they're friendly. The arrows for the bow... their value is far greater. Perhaps one of the reasons why Nostalgia isn't an official mod list on Webberjack. You'd have to click the checkbox to enable unofficial mod list to appear, to see that, and a one or two more. As the only mod lists you'll find on Webjack for New Vegas are ones that require you to have New Vegas and Fallout 3 for the Taylor 2 Wasteland mod. Which is a great way to play the games. If you want to play as one character in both the games, it's brilliant. As I'm passing by here, I want to check with at the pawn shop. Are they somehow going to sell that one item? The antique skimmer hat.
Hey.
Hey.
Here to do business?
Me buy things.
Of course.
Lussad. No antique skimmer hat. Oh, you wouldn't happen to have any mini nukes? Just lying about? No? Okay. I'll just take 9 bottle caps off you.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Prim is a new sheriff. That should keep the powder gangers away.
Our guys put the monorail back together. I shouldn't say things like that. It'll just make the other NPCs want to say it. It's worse than saying Candyman in the mirror 3 times. Coyotes. I would look to use VATS mob, but there seems to be a bit of a glitch using VATS with the weapon after using VATS, and they were a little bit more zoomed in. Wonky. Ooh. Whoa. Uh-oh. Got him. Oh, God. They're getting me. Whoa, who are you? Oh. Oh. I think I need to do him a little bit higher. Whoops. I've lost count how many times we've died because I wasn't keeping count to begin with. Whoa, whoa, shit's going down already. Yeah. Well, they were already dead. And I think Billy's already, oh no, he hasn't perished, has he? I don't know. No, he is dead. Okay. That just spooked them. What? Have you seen this shit? Yeah. Oh. Oh my God. That's not the aluminum falcon, is it? What's more important? Discovering aliens or looting? Looting. Looting always. Say that. Love to jump. There we go. You alright? Cool, good. Mole hole. Reinforced metal armor. Oh, oh, whoa, whoa, no! Oi. Think I got him. It's a ballsy NCR deserter, only using boxing tape. Oh yeah. Huh. I don't think they were up here to begin with. Save and check out that area. Yeah, I don't know what. No particular genre that comes to mind. Oh. I'm just guessing. It might. I might overshoot it a little bit. You want to play Fallout, but also not Fallout. I mean, Outer Worlds, I guess. I guess. Oh, damn. As I'm drinking Sunset Sarsaparilla. I'm just showing off. Either you took this or I destroyed it with my mini nuke. Tri-beam laser rifle. Just get over a migraine, couldn't handle getting another one off the bat, yeah, but I'm fortunate enough to not know the agony of migraine, so I reckon playing a video game, even if it doesn't have any sort of dodgy visual effects like chromatic abrasion and motion blur and film grain, would be a good thing. I need 75 energy weapon skills to wield this weapon, so I can't equip it just to look at it. But I can drop it and admire it. we're cooking up some more alien blaster cells. It might be a Wild Wasteland encounter. A high-energy blaster pistol of Zayton origin. The energy output from this thing is off the charts, yet it generates next to no heat, and it seems to be powered by self-contained energy modules that run dry fairly quick. This is technology at a level far beyond even the best the old world had to offer. And all I can sell it for is 162 bottle caps. And it also uses ammunition that would be hard to come by, but perhaps harder to come by than the mini nukes. How do, Stefanos? I suppose so. I'll save that for another playthrough. Although if it's a matter of if I need to gain the item legitimately, I don't know how I'd be able to do that. Assuming the aliens were hostile, I didn't even take that into consideration. I just shot them. Could have walked up towards him and said, "Hello, friend. Here is this alien blaster." I would have to resort to pickpocketing the aliens. Ooh. We're doing the New Vegas bounties, not those New Vegas bounties of the free unique fiends, Cook, Violet, and Driver. It's a mod that adds in loads and loads of bounties to the world. Mostly the northern third of the map, which then requires us to run all the way back down to the bottom third of the map. And honestly, I feel like this New Vegas Bounties mod is a better Dark Brotherhood questline than the Dark Brotherhood questline in Oblivion. New Vegas Bounties 1. I've only ever done New Vegas Bounties 2 and 3 during one playthrough. I do not know if 2 and 3 are available in this mod list. We started playing Deathloop yesterday. It's a lot better than I expected. Really enjoying it. That's good. Compared to Arcane's more recent release. You're not playing Diablo 4? Probably not. I played through Diablo 1 and then Diablo 2 and had my fill of those games pretty quickly. Glock plasma pistol. I just got to see what this weapon looks like. Okay. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Cannot afford it. 70 euros for the cheapest version just seems bonkers, yeah. And finding a good game to play that's coming out in 2023 is particularly hard. Especially when it comes to big releases. What's meant to be a big release tends to be a fart too far. That came out last year, didn't it? Hi-Fi Rush. Or was it earlier this year? No, it was January of this year. New Zelda. Could you imagine if the Zelda was as bad as some of the games that have come out this year? That would truly be the end of times. A bad main Zelda game. Breath of the Wild is very good. It'd be a 10 out of 10 game if it wasn't for the weapon degradation, which they kept in the sequel. I will forever believe that that's deliberate to prevent it from being a 10 out of 10 game, a perfect game. Solely for the purposes of to not discourage other game developers. Well, the perfect game's been made. There's no reason to make any other games ever again. Putting weapon degradation in your game out of the kindness of your heart.
How can I help?
One shiny.
Take. Remember,
the perfect game is Heavy Rain. I'm Norman Jaden of the FBI. I'm hunting down the Aragami killer. Better not be reading books. in this game, we don't read books, we eat them to gain their skills. Could do with finding some more Guns and Bullets magazines, if there's any more. How's it going, Eggbender? Welcome, chatters and lurkers and listeners of the stream. Anytime I've played Heavy Rain, I spend way too much time just pressing the Jason button. Can't help it. In my most recent playthroughs, I got the worst ending. In Heavy Rain and Detroit. I've yet to do that with Beyond Two Souls. One day. Going above and beyond, being the worst in Beyond Two Souls. Some games are great when you first play them, but then you revisit and it's just not the same. Randall.
Did you take care of Billy and his gang?
Absolutely. Although I think it was some other encounter that happened there that dealt with Billy, but I'll take the bounty money.
You're kicking ass out there, kid. At this rate, I'm gonna be out of contract soon.
It could be. This is like the, what, 12th or 13th? I've not really kept count, but I'm sure it's double digits.
But don't worry, there's plenty of work left. Come back when you're ready. There's a bounty in Westside. You ready to work?
We walked past there in the last mission. Ooh. Ooh, there's more law, but it's locked behind speech 50. Okay.
Good. Before we delve into this bounty, I'm gonna give you a quick history lesson.
Okay.
Stop rolling your eyes, damn it. This relates to the
drinking.
job.
Okay.
I'll assume you're unfamiliar with the regulators. In the eastern U.S., regulators are idealistic vigilantes, hell-bent on killing bad guys. However, in the core region, regulators are a very different breed. They're basically thugs who force businesses to pay protection money.
It is. A very good mod. Great voice acting in it.
They're authoritarian gangsters, really. This relates to your bounty because the target is a Western regulator by the name of Dallas Courtright.
There's very few voice actors in this where the audio quality is pretty low. Most of them are fantastic.
Recently, Dallas drifted into Westside and appointed himself sheriff and de facto dictator. He's taxing commerce and breaking heads left and right. In light of this, a collection of concerned citizens has contracted us to convince Sheriff Courtright to leave, by any means necessary.
Okay.
This is an unusual contract in that you don't have to kill or capture the target. Just convince him that leaving is in his best interests.
Oh, I'll convince him.
If he's a stubborn ass and you have to let the lead do the talking, so be it. Just get him out of Westside. Good luck.
All right. Old Rendell. Rather foul-mouthed. But, it does have a lot. A lot going for him. As far as lore. Which we would have found out more of if I had 50 speech. Spent our skill points and other things. 8 more books. I think there are still some more speech chunky learning books to read. I haven't bothered to check the ever so reliable fandom wiki on those locations. I think after seeing where the locations of the medicine chunky learning books, that a couple of them are a lot behind completing quests in a certain way. I was like, I went from magazine hunting to bounty hunting. Checking the time. Oh. Already it's time to restart the game. Five, four, three, two, one. Ooh. I've never encountered this problem before, so it's something to do with one of the mods. Really? I suspect it's perhaps to do with there being too many NPCs, and after a while it just gets a bit too much for the game to handle. It can't hold all these NPCs up above the map. It hasn't been all that difficult dealing with enemies inside buildings, as we saw earlier. The first thing I did was the quest with the ants in that location where the yeah. What? Wait, what's going on here? Alright. Oh, Vipers. That's who they were attacking. Meh. Dynamite. So, along with the next solo weapon run I have in mind, we definitely need to do a Humblebee Tosser run. Humblebee Tosser run. If there's any game that has the ability to throw things as a means of dealing damage, that's a Humblebee Tosser run. And if the game allows us to be, to not only toss things, but also act like a tosser, double the points. Double the non-existent points to that game. If you know of any other games where tossing, throwing is involved, let me know. Add it to the tosser list. Previously, Humblebee Tosser has been in, first debuted in Fallout 2. And Divinity Original Sin 2. Ever played The Warriors? I know of The Warriors, but I've never played it. Cyberpunk has grenades. Uh-oh. Cyber Tosser 2077. Horizon Zero Dawn has a slingshot? Slingshot only run. Wait a second. Did I just... I went past... Hey. What? I was... Okay, so that's where I need to go. The Warriors on PS2 is one of those games I've had on my 2 playlists for a long time, but never found the game at a reasonable price to purchase and then play on my PS3. Hi. Step back, child. I've got a bounty to deal with.
What was that?
Uh-oh. Oh! I need the finger! Oh, I've been knocked over! Oh! Oh, yeah, super mutant. I think you should try Star Citizen. Tostar Citizen. Convincing. Oh shit, the child! Jesus. Get me in the other room. I'm alright. I'm okay. They don't know I'm here. Is anyone making a clip of that? That's going to do very little for me. I'm going to need an MRE. Hello. Oh. That looks like an MRE. Oh, shit! No! Oh, I was hiding, was I?
I've got one.
Oh!
Help me out.
No! No! Shit! The buttons I needed to press, I didn't, in order to potentially avoid that blast. Oh, why would it save here? Oh, why would it save here? Why would you do such a thing to save here? Okay, I was kind of hoping it would go to the save I made. But, okay. I'm just going to casually. Oh no! 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 Don't make me. Don't make me. Don't make me. Don't make me. I will. I need to go back in order. You! Shit! Yet another Skyrim. What? I crippled his legs. Good, good, good. And... Whoop! I did this for the good of West Side. What about the finger? Do I not need the finger? Return to Randall with news of Delta. Let me go back and get his finger. Oh. 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 Yeah, I've got this. And then down a little bit. Oh, he's moved. And... Oh. Oh, it landed on the ceiling. Oh. Oh. Alright, alright. And then... Boom! Yes, yes. We got it this time. We got him this time. Oh. Well, Honest Hearts wasn't in the epic version of Fallout New Vegas, even though it's the Ultimate Edition. Oh. It's been a bit back and forth as to information as to whether you can mod up the epic version of New Vegas, because at first I thought it couldn't be. Then I was informed it was. Back and forth. You can mod it, but just not Wabberjack. Are they still upset with me in here? I'm sure the kids are all right. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah, the kids are alright. The kids are made of tougher stuff. They can survive nuclear blasts. Oh God, why? What's with all the violence? Completely unnecessary. That better not be the kids shooting me. Thanks so much, Hammer, for that Prime subscription. Virtual money in my physical pockets. Thanks so much for funding this here madness. Ooh, yeah. Alright. It's all good, it's all good, it's all good. I guess I don't need his finger. Nope, didn't need to come back for his finger. That's a lot of NCR money. Cattle Proud. Oh, go. Flee! Although I think they were... No, wait. Hit back! I think they wanted to. They wanted to attack us. Little did they know, I would not let them. I mean, that's one way of fixing fixing the pavement. Now, we got quite a bit of good karma from killing the fiends earlier, but we've fixed that here in Westside. I appreciate Westside for allowing me to continue being very evil. There is a Guns and Bullets magazine at the Gamora, but it's behind a door that requires me to be at 75 lockpicking to get the book to increase my guns, which doesn't affect my skills with the Fat Man by 3 points. We need the additional points in guns to get to guns 40 to unlock rapid reload, so that we can reload more rapidly. And there's 2 ranks, whereas I think in the vanilla game there's only 1. First, 20% quicker reload. Second, 40%. Problem in the vanilla game, though, with rapid reload is the game will sometimes just forget they've got the quicker reload and you just have the vanilla speed. I don't know if that's been fixed with any patches. all with the perks being overhauled. We need it to work in certain places. One place in particular. 2, 3 places in particular. Dealing with Benny, the turbine plant place, leading up to the finale. It is unfortunate that VATS is bugged out. Because I was hoping to rely upon that more often. Not just to have, hopefully, an advantage to hit targets, but also the camera. The camera angles. As seen with this screenshot. Staying above ground, are you?
What will it be?
One shiny.
Looking.
How do Fallout? I think there's only one item I want to post on over to Novak, the hammer. Guns in Skyrim. Silly mod offers. There's already a game with guns in Skyrim. It's called Fallout 4. How do, Panda? There's even a mod in Fallout 4 that adds in magical powers. Excuse me? Excuse me? Excuse me? What the bloody hell? Hey! What's all this about? Uh-oh. Oh, that was bad. Damn. Got the bloody sunset sarsaparillas to fix this up. They better have some sunset sarsaparillas on them. Who are these fools? Hired thug. Oh. Is someone a little bit upset that I'm doing so well with these bounties? Well being a relative term. Westside might disagree. Usually the guns in Skyrim mods are... Really? I've just bloody... How many times do I have to bloody... I think it's just gradually getting worse. The more progress I'm making in the game, the more I'm saving, leveling up. It's going to get to a point where I'm going to have to do this every 10 minutes. And I think I already have. But no, 25 minutes ago. The guns in Skyrim mods are just crossbow replacers with the same animations, but they really work on insane animations. Save blood. That doesn't bode well if it's getting gradually worse. The moment we load into a game, Benny will be going through the world before I can shoot a mini nuke at them. Hey dear. Is there any sort of fix for that? Or are we stuck with it? Uh-oh. The bloodstained note reads, Francis Menace, Randall and Associates is finished. Your employer is dead. Javier will be with you shortly. Sincerely, the judge. The judge.
You found a note.
Uh-oh.
Good. Do you know why I am here?
Wait, hang on a second. Sugar. Oh. I see. I see. Okay. I get it. What happened to Randall?
I buried him in the desert.
Okay. Go fuck yourself. Uh-oh.
Fucking.
I think I hit the lamp. I'm ready this time. Pixel Eye Joe. Got it. Yes, that's what I'm thinking. This is such a bad idea. But the timed, I think the timed mini nukes helped me out against the ants earlier. Read it.
You found a note. Good.
I should have crouched.
Do you know why I am here? I buried him in the desert. You're a fucking coward. Yes!
Yes, because that was a brilliant idea, and yes, I am a coward. direct hit? You know, I've never checked. 1,194. Oh. Sweet revenge. Wait. Oh, this has value. Yes, I will take that. Dear Francis Menace, if you're reading this, then I am probably dead or kidnapped. I haven't been forthright about recent developments in the business because I never wanted to get you mixed up in my bullshit, kid. Nonetheless, here we are. You're probably wondering who the fuck would kill me, and to be honest, I can only speculate. However, I'll offer the prognostication for my untimely demise recently. Randall and Associates has been cutting into the market share of Richter and Associates, a bounty hunting firm with a penchant for brutality. It is headed by a shadowy figure known simply as the Judge. I don't know much about the man, but I'm willing to bet he's the person who's had me knocked off. I assume you've dealt with his assassin, the humorless Mr. Sugar. I've blown off the initial advances by the Judge's cronies, so it's only a matter of time before he uses force. I'm probably just being paranoid. Anyway, if you're reading this, I want you to know you're the best goddamn bounty hunter I ever had the pleasure of working with, although I'll never tell you as long as I'm alive. I want you to take all the caps, but there's something else, a .44 revolver in the safe that I call Sweet Revenge. It was manufactured a long time ago, well before the war. I swore I would never fire it until I found Marco, the man who butchered my family back east. You're all I've got left, kid, so take it. Better yet, take it and go kill the asshole who put me in the ground. Cormac, the Judge's chief slave trader, is a liaison to the fiends. If you find Cormac, you'll find the way to the Judge. Last I heard, he was shacked up with Violet. Oh. Okay. The one bounty, NCR bounty, I haven't sorted out yet. There's one last thing. Swear to me, here and now, that no matter what happens, you'll find Marco and kill him for me. And everyone else he's taken from me. I know the Judge is going to be in your crosshairs, but that was strictly business, and I come to accept such risks long ago. Know this, when Marco dies a violent, painful death, my soul will be at rest. Until that day, I'll do my best to haunt your ass. It was a privilege to work with you, kid. Remember, justice is truth in action. Let that guide you in the coming days. Sincerely, Stephen Randall. P.S. If you ever come across a marshal named Cooper, give him my regards. Cooper. Alright. Do you have any, no? I just desperately need the Sunset Sarsaparilla. Or two. What's that evil karma? He's dead. I'm certain I saw a Sunset Sarsaparilla when I died. Not this time around. Bounties 2. I don't know if Bounties 2 is installed. Suppose we'll find out. Cormac, I need to run to the Mojave outpost. Maybe? Oh, my pre-war hat's been broken again. What was that? It's a random prospector. Hello. Random prospector, careful. There's feral ghouls in these parts. Goddamn feral ghouls. I think I could find some sunset sarsaparilla. This mini nuke looks like it's clipping through the side. Recharge the rifle. Woo. It has infinite ammunition, but if you use it too quickly, then yes. Then you got to wait for the ammunition to recharge. Hence the name. A star ball cap. Is there a learning book here? A chunky learning book. Ah, yes, there is. And it ups our unarmed. I think I'll pass on that. I'm hoping there's a challenge where I have to read a certain amount of chunky boots. All right. Merchant. Merchant. Mercenary. Oh, there you are.
Hey there.
Hello.
Need anything? Sure.
Do you sell any sander root? No. I would have been willing to purchase that. Don't think I can get away with taking that without the pack rats getting a bit upset. One-star bottle cap.
We won't.
Been doing a lot of good work out there.
Thank you.
All right. Dismissed.
Go quietly.
The Legion can count on that. Oh, okay. I know the place. Because we've walked by there a few times. We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that. Kicking and screaming. Wailing like a banshee. That's the NCR way. Oh dear. Sure. You'll notice that there was no option to fix up the pre-war hat. However, unlike in the vanilla game, at least as far as I remember, I can still put the hat on, even if it's at 0%. And it's still providing the +1 to perception. So really, I don't need to fix it up at all. It just hurts my feelings, though, that it's at 0%. I want 100% condition pre-war hats. Impossible. New Vegas Bounties 2 is installed in this mod list. Does it start automatically after completing this, or do I need to find it somewhere? Like how I found the dead bounty. Dead bounty man. Having only ever done New Vegas Bounty Part 2 once, I don't remember. I saw your legs almost buckle there. Oh, the poor sod. There's some bodies that just glitch out and then appear to involuntarily slingshot themselves across the map. Oh, they did mention it was at Violet's. Ooh. Let's see where this lands. Close. Boop. Got him. It landed, but I didn't hear a kaboom. Where's the earth-shattering kaboom? Oh. Right then. Step back for this one. Someone's grabbing my mini nukes. Or they were duds, so it's one or t'other, I guess. Hey, whoop! I've got all 3 heads. Somehow I was able to acquire the heads. They didn't just blow up from the explosion. Minigun? Rubbish minigun. Map to Judge's Bunker. Ooh, another batch. Violeta's Brain. Oh, I don't think I'll be doing that quest, but just in case I change my mind. Because I had the opportunity in a previous playthrough. Well, no I didn't. I could have, but walked away and couldn't find the dog. There's not a lot I can do, dog, without stepping back first and then doing this. Whoops. Oh, good. The explosions do go off. Little bit lower. Oh, okay. Gonna have to be a direct hit. Oh, never mind. And if there was any items to pick up that was on the shelves up here, they're long gone. Long gone. There'd normally be, I think, water, probably dirty water. Down south? South of Nipton? Is Richter and Associates. With 90% of the bounties being up north, it is surprising that's the final location. For New Vegas bounties, one would be there.
Hey there.
Hello. I looted all I could here. I need the dog hide for something. For the clean skimmer hat. The only thing missing is the antique skimmer hat. to make that the clean version of it. Where I find it, no bloody idea. Few more things to sell to the merchant. Up ahead. More convenient than Chet. Then again, a lot of things are more convenient than Chet.
Welcome back! Remember.
I will. I will remember in general. Primarily using the hotkey to check watch to actually see what outfit I'm wearing. Between Viva Las Vegas providing +1 look and +1 charisma, +5 damage threshold, and the Merc's Charmer outfit providing +5 to barter and speech. We got a couple of other outfits that I don't really use. The jumpsuit that provides +5 to repair. The Troublemaker outfits. +10 to explosives, which I think would mean we'd be dealing more damage. And +5 to lockpick. $972. Still 972. Never mind. I wondered if I needed to exit out to the Pit Boy and then look at it again and it would update. So it can up the damage beyond 100. I could up it if I went with rank 2 of Demolition Expert. That will happen eventually. Just other perks I need to select when we can get to them. Might happen when we complete this. Since each bounty was just part of an overall quest, it's going to give me more than just the average amount of XP for completing a quest. 1,000 million XP. That's a lot of XP. I don't know if I'm running into an ant. Just looking away. I shouldn't throw caution to into the wind. Yeah, you better run. But you can't hide. No information that pops up on the screen to inform us how much XP we gain. For the kills, I'd have to pay attention to how much XP we had before and after the kill. 13,486. $499. Cool. Oh, he came out of nowhere. $522. Just making sure no one ambushes me from behind. Requesting that we smell that air. Fly away, birdie, fly away. Any more enemies that are going to spawn in out of nowhere? Lipton Road pit stop. Oh no. Someone spooked. Someone or something is spooked by a dead body they're constantly discovering. Leading us to be in caution and just not have the sneak attack bonus. As if we need the sneak attack bonus with this weapon. Is it you, small red scorpion? No. Is it you, small red scorpion? No. Flare guns. I'd have been miffed. during my New Vegas flare gun run. If it was that easy to get the flare guns. After the ordeal of gaining it in Lonesome Road. Which admittedly we were very lucky to have obtained the flare gun the way that we did. It was meant to be further on that Lonesome Road. But we found it on the Marked Man. Just a random Marked Man enemy. I think there's a learning book around here. You have to run through a bit of radiation to get to it. I don't know if the chunky learning book is worth it. So it's further along here, and then you go down the hill and run across. I shall guess. Ooh. That's a golden gecko. That was a golden gecko. I'm gonna guess, and by guess I mean hope, it's a Guns and Bullets magazine. I lost count. Mainly because I didn't keep count, but it's been a lot. Only one death that from enemies shooting us, rather than me getting blown up by my own mini nuke. Though the only way that happened that one time was they swarmed me. I went inside the building to try and find the person I was looking for, left, and there they were, in existence, with their powerful weapons. I got my revenge though. Using Nellis to my advantage. Who can run? Oh, how do you survive? Oh, good. I'm going to get to do more damage now. You've gained a damage bonus against animals. Thank goodness. And then more XP for another 50 kills with explosives. Level 12 is so close. I see the radiation. I have no idea. I'm just figured a warning shot just in case. Okay. Plus 25 rad resistance for having Esther as our weapon. That's good. Go! I have no idea where this chunky learning book is. think it's running through here, and then it's going to be in a briefcase. No, it can't be in a briefcase. Oh, hello. What? Let's,
Howdy. Hey there.
Hi. Oh. Floaters? Got him. Ah, got him. Just run through the radiation. It's very nice. Oh my god. Oh, it's a beautiful shot. A beautiful. Oh no. Wait, there's more. Try that again, shall we? Found Sunnyset Shelter. That's not what I was looking for. It's somewhere around here. I've walked past it for sure. Keep out. Okay. What's the matter? 95 rats. Oh, I am suffering radiation damage. Whoop! Direct hit. Oh, Sunset Sarsaparilla. Got him. You alright? Wood arrows. Oh my. Let me. There we go. PB 6B9. I know, right? If only there was a mod that had the proper name of the bollards. Sunnyset Shelter main chamber. Oh, hey. Hey. I saw Sunset Sarsaparillas. Where did they go? Everywhere. Everywhere. A what? A World of Pain. Appropriately named, that mod. Wait. I have to wait until I'm hidden before I get the level up. Yes. So I need 12 points to get to... Oh no, 6 points to get to 65. FO4 exclamation point FO4 mods should give you the my most recent mod list. I'm thinking of trying out a one of the Wabberjack mod lists for the future, the next playthrough. But one of the 3 playthroughs I've got in mind. Lockpick. I still need 2 more level ups for lockpick. The perk I want to select is this one. Weapons heavier than 10 pounds now weigh half as much for you. Modified weapons that drop below 10 pounds will not gain this benefit. So this drops from 40 to 20, and if I can find the modification, then it will drop it down to 10. Potentially. Splash damage. Uh-oh. When you're deep in enemy territory, you just start chucking grenades and hope for the best. All explosives have a 25% area of effect. Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? For each point of strength, you gain +5 max health. I would consider it if we dealt with a group of enemies. But oftentimes we're just dealing with one. The biggest challenge of this run is the line of sight of the explosive. Hit the deck. Your familiarity with explosives allows you to avoid a portion of their damage. Your damage threshold is increased by 3 against all explosives per point of endurance. I've got 6 endurance. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 additional damage threshold. Interesting. Maybe. I was going to go with heavyweight, but we've not suffered being over encumbered at all, which it feels a bit ironic considering that our weapon weighs 40 pounds. You think if that would have happened multiple times? Maybe I should go with hit the deck. That seems more crucial right now and in many other locations. We're going to go with hit the deck. I think our damage threshold before this was 21. It's still 21. What the hell? Why is our damage threshold not increased? It's damage threshold again. Okay. Well, I hope it's working. Finding the empty bottles. I want a filled bottle. Oh, Sunset Sarsaparilla. Sunset Sarsaparilla. Barilla. Empty, empty. Oh, you. I've got plenty of empty bottles at this point. The Xander root. The agave fruit. That I really need. There it is. 2 bottles. Oh, radiation. I've walked past it, but not gone inside. I haven't fired it. I might try it if I ever do a bow-only run. Well, that just got their attention.
I've got you now.
Whoop! Oh, no, leaving. You're alive? Whoa, you've got explosive too! Whoa! Wait, how did you survive that? Oh. How did it switch to a timed explosive? It's done it again. How does it switch to the timed explosive? Is that something I'm doing? Does the mouse wheel swap it? No. I was reloading as I escaped, so I don't know, maybe that caused it. Ah! Right, yeah. Oh, shit! Go, 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 go! You fell for my trap. +5 to barter. Ooh. Whoa. You see the stuttering happen there? Oh. What? Yeah, this is my PC.
Whatever. I've got better things to do.
What? Once upon a it used to do something a little bit different, and instead of stutter like that, it would blue screen. And that was due to the network driver, the driver for the network card being the wrong version, and also for the wrong operating system. Ever since I've updated it to the right version for the right operating system, hasn't blue screened since, but still does that. We were able to determine that it was to do with the network card because it would only have a blue screen whenever something internet related was going on, such as streaming, watching a video through the internets. What does that character look like? Let's have a look whilst we're not getting attacked. I selected the vampire option. Oh, hey, characters not as far off the center as they usually are. That's weird. And I ran off from here because I thought I'd walked over a tripwire, but I think instead it was an enemy opening a door. Oh, I can jump over here. Alright. I may need this door open, though, to run back. Rather than try and rely on the game's inability to allow me to jump from time to time. Most of the time. Yep. Disengage lock when I would. Nowhere would I want to do that. Oh, he's waiting. Oh, he's waiting.
Anybody there?
As soon as I open this door, I think the fight's gonna start. I wish I'd saved. Come on. What the? Up.
Got you now.
No, you haven't. Got a weapon repair kit. Where is a Francis repair kit when you need one? That's the name of our character. Francis Menace. That's quite a, in my humble opinion, quite a 90s wrestler's name. The sort of wrestler that would lose all the time. Those types of wrestlers are known as jobbers. Say that it's a 95% chance open. It's been a pain in the ass. Yes. Police pistol. No, I've gone round in circles. Dynamite! Inaccessible. There was the door down here. Another building on the other side. The sleeping quarters? I should have gotten my weapon out. Oh, what the? Seem like the sleeping quarters. Oh, no, 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 no. Why am I not running?
Found you.
No, you haven't. No, you haven't. Do it. Got him! The magic of crouching. Ooh. Wait, no, 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 no. Just found myself a sunset sarsaparilla on the ground. Were they shooting something? Defending themselves, or was it just shooting practice? Hi. Oh, you're definitely dead if you weren't before. Gimme. Not much stairs there. need to drop some of these items. Just their weight to value. Made a little bit of a difference. Emergency tunnel. Thought this was just going to lead to a dead end and I would exit this modded location. It has to be a modded location because I don't think that's something that would be in the base game would have the option to just disengage the lock. Phew. I'm sure that's going to be the only fragmite. Oh. The Room of Sunset Sarsaparillas. Very good value on that. Completely ran through here, forgetting that there was fragmites before. Disengage the lock, but what if it's already unlocked? Get! Put down the frag mines! Come on, cowards. There's very little chance for us to win this fight and survive. Hello. Pop, pop. Open the door. Shut the door. Shut the door. How did you get in? Go. No. Take that. Finally, I clipped through the floor like all the other NPCs. Please don't load into the... You've loaded into the area. Yeah. 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 You did. Hold on. I've got a plan. And it'll almost work. Yes. Go! Open! Run! Did I kill any? Yep. Oh shit! I need to reload. Don't you dare figure out to go through there. I need to round them all up in that room, and then as I'm running out of the room, shoot the timed explosive, shut the door, and hope that they'll be around the explosive when it explodes. Whoop. Whoop. Chase me. Chase me. Chase. Yep. Yep. Oh! It switched the ammo again, didn't it? I think it switched the ammo. Yep, it switched to the tiny tots. I'm back to the time, so I think what's causing that glitch to happen is am I reloading? I might still be in the reload animation as I'm interacting with the door, and that somehow causes it to go to the next ammunition. That plan would have worked. Whoa! Whoa! Don't, whoa! 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 It used an auto stim pack. Ah. Die. Oh, they survived. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. How are you alive? How are you alive? Stop having a health bar. You. Oh, no. Oh. It switched to a timed again. What? Oh god, I'm running into it. Did I get you? How does it keep switching when I'm not switching? It's done it again? What? It doesn't help when the enemies decide to not take any chuffing damage when they should be taking damage. Some of those. Oh. I hate the auto injects. Up. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. How are you alive? You cheeky bastards. Oh! Damn it. Don't know when I last saved. Don't know when I last saved. Oh, piss off. Wait, how did it save here? What? How did... Why would it save here? Die. How did he not die? It's ridiculous. That is utterly ridiculous. The explosive was right there. Oh, fuck. Shoot the explosive and they just completely ignore the damage. And then, why is it... Oh, they've all run away. Yep. Yep. The line of sight that explosives have to have completely cripples explosives. How do they survive? Why did it put a save there? Yeah, it's put an autosave there. Why, of all places, did you put an autosave whilst I was in the middle of being attacked? Utterly stupid. And I think only one of them gets hit by that. Oh! That needs to aim a little bit higher to deal with the gecko that was ahead of me, whilst I was being chased by the geckos that should have been killed by the explosives. Where's the next autosave game? You're just making up the rules. Oh. There we go. Whoop. What are the rules? How am I taking damage and they don't? You have to be more accurate with a fat man than you do with a sniper rifle. Nice. Just clip through the door, why don't you? Let's just ignore physics and common sense. That worked. The cheese. No, no, no. Step back. Step back. Don't you dare figure out. No. 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 I am somewhere where you can't get to me. Yes, you run away. God damn it. God damn it. Just when you've got an advantage, the game just cannot let you get a win. Ah, yes. That thing you're expecting to happen now isn't happening because of reasons. Oh, no. Oh, now we're going to do that. Piss off. You should be dead. Run off. Run off. Where have we gone? What? Why were you invincible? Oh, now I can do damage to you even though... Fuck off, game! Oh, can you reach me up here as well? Can you reach me up here as well? Oh, you'll probably be able to find me there. Oh, I was gonna. The crouch, it worked. It sounds like someone's trying to attack me. No, where the fuck did you come from? Yep. How can I not jump up there anymore? Well, you see, you don't have the ability to jump up there anymore because you're not allowed. You're just not allowed. Oh, get fucked. Eat shit. Danger save. Oh, danger radiation. Yes. I've got Sunset Sarsaparilla. I don't know where this came from. Did it just get dropped from space? Yep. Got him. Against all odds. Oh, that's primer I picked up, not scrap metal. Oh, and another Sunset Sarsaparilla. I feel like Millhouse.